Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Rocket gear.
Hello and good day, everybody. Hope you're all doing very well. And hello to Talia and Nick, who are flying with me tonight, and Brian, who just joined us in the chat. How are you doing, Brian? Talia, I usually plan 45 minutes after the stream actually starts from now, but it'll probably be within about 30 minutes or so by the time I'm all set up and ready to go. Anyway, it is the 31st of October, and you all know what that means. It is Halloween. So let me go down here and we'll just put on some appropriate screen coverings here. Let's jump into the cockpit, and we should be able to see them a little bit. Got some spiders and stuff on the screen. Very appropriate for Halloween. Anyway, today we're flying on our world tour. We're heading from Larnaca on Cyprus over to Baghdad in Iraq. Yeah, no problem, Brian. Glad you can come along anyway. So we'll start getting ourselves all set up and get ready for this nice late evening flight out of Cyprus. early night flight, however you want to put it. So cockpit pre-flight is complete, parking brake is set, we'll get that out of the way. Ground power is connected and on. External power is on. Batteries 1 and 2 now coming online. They are good, and we'll come down to our screen here. We got 43 minutes until our departure time. If we go early, that is great. We'll come over here to our weight and balance. We got 129 passengers planned for today, and 2.8 tons of cargo on top of the baggage and 6.7 tons of fuel. So we can get all that boarding and loading right now. There's the passengers starting to come on. We can move back here and carry on with our setup. So up to the Adirs. That's 1, 2, and 3 over to nav. Evac sign is Captain Purser. Lights are on system 1. Crew oxygen is now on. Generators 1 and 2 are on and in fault. That's fine. Captain, our cockpit and cabin heat. We'll leave it in the center for this flight. Packs 1 or 2 are on and in fault. We'll do our fire test. APU. Engine 1. Engine 2. That are all good. Emergency exit lights are on. Icing indicator standby lights are on, and cargo heat is set to cold. So let's go down to the MCU, and we'll start getting set up. First thing, over to Roger. Let's see if we have any messages. We should have our initial load sheet. There we go. We'll accept that, and we can come over, start getting everything set up. So our nav data is good for another couple days, and then go right to our initialization. So we'll get our flight plan in. It's not too bad. It's just a series of direct twos. That's set. Our flight number today is Uniform Kilo Victor 5556. We'll get that entered in. Cost index will be 25, and our cruising altitude today, let's go to my flight plan, is flight level 370. Flight's about an hour 40 minutes or so. Tropo is 46382, and we'll get our wind data for our climb and descent. There we go. Wind data is all in. We can put our preliminary information in here. We know our block fuel, 6.7 tons for that. We can come over here. Our estimated zero fuel weight is 56.5, and our estimated center of gravity will be 29.9. So we'll put that in there so it can start doing some calculations and getting itself all set up there. So our flight plan, as you can see, a bunch of direct to waypoints as mentioned, and pretty straightforward. What we are going to be doing is a direct out to the first waypoint for our departure. There is no SID, and there's no star on the arrival either, so it's going to be rather straightforward. Flight radar up at Flight radar 24 is showing they're using 04. Winds are kind of all over the place at the moment, so we're going to use our runway 04 as well, and it's going to be just a straight out departure, no SIDs, and we will insert that. we're basically going out direct to this doesn't look anything like my departure plan. Did it put in a let's see what it's doing. Yeah, exactly. Steep descent. It's a 15-degree down angle on the arrival, and hold tight in the back. Let's get the screens up so we can see what we're doing here. And we'll get the panel lights up on both sides. So I want to go over to plan mode. Yeah, this has me going out on some weird departure. It's not what we want. So let's try this again. Departure. We're going 04. Yeah. No SID. Let's try that again. It's better. Can we clear out that? And we'll just make the turn after 1,500 feet. Yes, that's better. Oops. And then when we come down to the other end, we're going to be landing. Winds are currently 300, so we're going to be doing the ILS for runway 33 right. Let me just take a look at the airport. Yeah, 33 right. ILS 33 right. No star. And we'll just input that in. So basically we should be coming down and going direct to CV from Lonar. So we'll do the same thing. We'll clear out the discontinuity, and that will take us directly in. Very good there. Our initial climb out is going to be right up to cruise level of 370. Beirut radar is online. We'll see if they stay up by the time we're ready to go, and are talking to them. We'll take our clearance as obtained. We're going to be squawking 2000, which is set, and we'll set our radio to 122.8. There we go. So I did do a Nvidia graphics driver update today, and I noticed just as I was setting up that it was an update to the Phoenix. I haven't done it. Caught it too late, but we'll give that a look and see what they've updated after the flight. We could do without a departure. I'm just going to do a climb out and then a right turn onto the first waypoint, as it shows here. Nice and basic. There's no traffic in the area, so I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so let's get the current weather. Not trusting the winds reported. Yeah, they just changed it again. Winds are 330 at 7. We're going to have a very slight, like a 1 degree or 1 knot component crosswind, tailwind, so that's fine. QNH is 1014. So we'll set that. That's set. Cross check, and into standby. Transponder reset. PWS is set to auto. GSC is set to auto. And now we're just waiting on loading. Fueling is done. Looks like the fuel's on board. Cargo's on board. Just all the passengers now. So I've decided on Fridays, in order to get some... yeah, I think that's why we got the turnout at 1,500 feet. It takes us around the train.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure
We
all
have,
large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath in front of you.
Yeah, in order to get
If
some
you
more
have any
daytime
trouble
flying in, on
identifying
Fridays we're going to be
please don't
switching
hesitate
over to
let a
flying
flight attendant know and
the Aurora flight schedule out of
the overhead
Vancouver.
bin is full after you put
That
your
will put
carry-on
us in
inside of it. Please
mid
close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers.
midday flights
Once all your items are put
to
away, please
Canada
clear the aisle
and
sit down in your
places
seat
in
to
the
allow other
US.
passengers to find
So
their
we'll get
seats
some
as
nice
well.
daytime flying
If you are
in
seated in an
instead of everything
emergency
being at
exit
night,
row,
since we're in the
please read
winter
exit seating responsibilities
at the
in
moment.
safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not
Sounds
to
like
perform
everyone
these
is getting
actions,
on board.
please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding
So while we're
process,
waiting for
but
that-
we do ask that
and-
laptops, tablets...
Let's just jump outside. Apologies if I'm sounding a little under the weather, but I'm a little under the weather. I've managed to get myself a bit of a head cold going. Let's pull up our pushback. Oh, it's not bad. We're just going to turn you around to something like that. Let's go for 130. Yeah, I think that'll work. So it's our pushback setup. We'll just keep everyone boarding in the back. We can jump in the back. Take a look around. It's that snap point there. It's rather bright, and you can see the spider webs now on the screen. A little Halloween ambiance. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we're gonna every flight will either originate or return to Vancouver on Fridays. So Vancouver's gonna get a lot of use, and get to go to some neat places out there. All right, let's jump back up front. We're about we're over halfway. We heard the flight attendants come on. That's my indicator that they're halfway through. So we have a departure time of 20:15, so 30 minutes from now. We usually get going early. I give myself a little bit of extra time just for delays. So just checking on VATSim. Our Beirut radar has been on for 3.5 hours. I'm not sure if he's still going to be there once we get there, but we'll see. There we go. We're pretty well set. What we're going to do is we can come down here now. We're going to have to set this up anyway, so we might as well do it now. We got our flight plan information in and our charts. So we're here at Larnaca. We're down here at the west end of the airport, down at the terminal. We're going to basically push out onto Victor, then around to Holding Point Hotel for runway 04. And it's going to be straight out departure. And then we'll be making that right turn at about 1,500 feet. Our route will take us down over the water here, basically across Beirut, across the lower part of Syria into Iraq, where we're going to fly down and make a series of left turns, lining us up for the ILS. Again, there is no arrival, and we're going to be approaching in for the ILS runway 33 right, which is the bigger runway. We'll be coming straight in, so we will tag that one. And then once we're on the ground, we'll be coming up. We'll probably get off here at Sierra 5, and then we'll taxi over here to the terminal building, where we'll be parking up here on Terminal Bravo, one of these gates here. That is the plan for today's flight. And what we can do now is go into our departure performance, run the preliminary numbers, and just do a quick check on how we're doing. So, departing Larnaca, runway 4, it is dry. We're going to be doing flaps 1F. It's not going to be a forced toga, but packs will be on. We'll put our preliminary information in. Initial winds as they stand right now. And we'll do the calculation and just see what it's looking like. Yeah, we can do a flex takeoff. Our V-speeds are up in the mid 140s, and everything else is looking good. So we'll rerun that once we get our final numbers from everything loaded in. You got the scenery for here. Yeah, I did the VATSim.to thing and I wasn't impressed. I didn't get anything for Larnaca or Baghdad anywhere else. So we got another company message, so we'll come down here. Look, it's probably the updated load sheet. We'll accept that. I'll give it a quick read. 14 passengers in business class, 115 in economy. Alright, they've filled our water for us. And our pantries is all done and set. So our food and drinks are on board. We're all good. So there's Nick over there in the Tom Jet, the Tui. And I believe Talia is around here. So there's Talia over there, flying the British Airways tonight. And I don't think there's anybody else. Well, there's one more heading up to LLBG. I think that's Tel Aviv, if I remember right. It's a 747. Might be in the air already. Yeah, he's currently landing in Tel Aviv right now. So there's nobody else here where we are. That's going to be getting in our way. And flight hasn't even started. Nick's into the gym. Fantastic. Hey, did you try that that lunar gin from Hendrix? I tried some the other day. It's not bad. Alright, we'll go back over, see how we're doing. Alright, so we're about 15 passengers to go. So tomorrow, Fly UK releases our winter flight schedule. We'll see how that's looking. I can't book anything right now. It's not open yet, but we'll see what happens. I think tonight I'm gonna have to break out the scotch, try to clear my sinuses a little bit. I'm onto a nice, well, it's a blend, so it's not nothing unique, but it's a nice blend and a really cool bottle. There we got about 4 passengers to go. And don't forget, Wednesday is our next scheduled stream. We're flying our little twin-engine prop plane, flying from Inverness down to Oban. So we're going to go do the whole Great Glen, Loch Ness flight. See what that looks like. There we go.
We're ready to go when you are.
Thank you very much. Alright, so we'll dismiss everything.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 5556. Our flight time will be roughly
APU
1
master is
hour
on.
and 30 minutes. Please
I'm
note
gonna
the
turn the
cabin
beacon
doors
light
now
on.
closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices
starting
are now shut
APU.
down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
APU is starting. I don't know why that's still sitting there. You can take that away. There's it. We'll get the chocks away. APU's winding up. Hot and sour soup. Yeah. I ran out to Tim's earlier and got myself a little turkey sandwich and a hot chocolate just to do me for lunch. But yeah, it's not clear. It started last night, so a bit of a pain. So APU is now available. APU bleeds coming on. External power is now disconnected. Takeoff data will now run the numbers since we have everything in place. So final load sheet in, resync the weather, and do our final calculations. Over to our performance page. So we have a V1 of 140, a VR of 140, and a V2 of 143. It's flaps 1 and down. 0.1 for the trim, and we'll be flexing to 68 degrees for the takeoff. Very nice. And let's zoom in and we'll go over to where we are. Alright, so all that is set up there. Let's do a final check for load sheets. No, they haven't sent us our final yet. That's fine. You can go over to our flight plan. So takeoff data is all in. 140, 143. FCU is all set.
Pittsburgh 58904.
Departure briefing is done. Flight directors are up.
505.
Thank you.
And radios are set. 122.8. So beacon light is on.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We will be ready shortly.
Roger.
Fuel pumps coming online.
Larnaca traffic, Pittsburgh 58904, and 45 pushing back, facing southeast.
Larnaca area traffic skyways 55, 56, pushing back, facing southeast.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
So we got our final company message. Just accept that. Thank you. Final load sheet. Accept.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're clear
please
behind,
direct
and you can
attention to the
start
front
your
of the
engines
aircraft
at your
for safety
discretion.
demonstration.
Alright, starting engine
When
number
the
2.
seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose
Oh,
end of
looks
the
like
strap.
Nick already pushed back.
To release your seatbelt, lift the upper
Doing a
portion
wheelie
up
over there.
In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit.
Engine
In some
2
cases,
spooling
your
up.
nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag
There's
doesn't
the bus.
inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask and you can breathe normally. If you're traveling with
Alright,
children,
good start
now's the time
on
to use
engine
your favorite
number
one. But secure
2,
your
starting
mask
engine
and
number
then
1.
assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest.
Looks like he
Push it over your
overshot
head.
slightly.
Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically,
Pushback
blow
complete.
into the mouth to
Set
use
parking
the
brakes,
manual
please.
inflation. This vest is equipped
Parking
with
brakes
a
set.
whistle and
Roger.
If necessary,
Okay,
your
tow
seat
bar
belt
is disconnected and the
security
equipment is clear.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand
Put your
signals.
arms into the
Thanks.
straps and
Have a
tighten
good
the
flight.
seat with your
See you later.
Please securely stow
Alright.
all personal items.
Tug's gonna
Make
go
sure your
back to
seatbelts
the
are
gate.
fastened and seat backs and tray tables are all in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight, and that includes vaping, tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is strictly prohibited by law. All of this information
Alright,
can be found
engine
in the
1
seat
is
card located
available.
in the seat back in front of you. Please
Generators
let a
are on,
cabin member
packs
know
are
if you
all
have any
on,
questions.
engine mode
Thanks for
selector
flying with us.
to
Jen, we hope
normal.
you enjoy your flight.
Probe heat is set to auto. NTA is not required. Packs 1 and 2 are on. Flaps 1F. Trim 0.1 down. Flight controls: full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, full left rudder, full right rudder, neutral. That's good. APU leads off. APU's coming off. FCP set for departure. Engine instruments are checked and nominal. Tiller going on. Taxi light coming on. Dome light off. Auto brake max. Larnaca area traffic. Skyways 55, 56 taxiing runway 04 via Victor holding at hotel. Brakes off. I said Lanark. There's a Lanark in Ontario that I'm familiar with. Funny enough, there's also a place called Calendar,
Public
which
traffic.
I sometimes refer to accidentally as Kandahar. They both start with K's. Alright, we should see Talia come around that corner. Not sure if she's flying the Phoenix or the 3-7 today. No, she's flying the
Note
Phoenix.
the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
Alright, we don't want the first one. I'm going to keep going ahead. That's close to uniform. Yeah, we're going to go down around here, and then it'll be a left loop around issues with pushback. Yeah, that's why I went back to Pushback Express. Find it pretty reliable. Oh, nice moon. Pretty reliable. After the drunken pushback guy pushed me back in Greece into the grass and then ran away with the pin left in the gear. Alright, there's the runway. We're coming up to the hold point.
Cabin is ready.
Very good. Somebody sent me a teddy bear in chat. Okay, so we're here at the runway. Ground spoilers are armed. TO config. Complete. Signs everywhere. Oh, forgot the signs. Signs are on. TO config is good. V speeds are set. FCP is set. Nose light to take off. Landing lights are on. Runway turnoff lights are on. Strobe lights are on. Transponder is on. TCAS is on. Larnaca area traffic. Skyways 5556 taking position. Runway 04. Move out now.
Larnaca traffic, quality 2225, now on ILS procedure, runway 22. 18 miles, track miles for touchdown.
What? 18 miles. Oh, 18 miles. That's all there he is there ahead of us. That's fine. We'll take off above him. We're pretty much set to go. We're just going to do a rolling departure. Doing well. Can't read your name. Jad, I think it is. But, yeah, the bots don't like all the symbols. Alright, clock is ticking. Everything is good to go. Engines are up and stable. Manflex and SRS. Larnaca area traffic, Skyways 5556 departing, runway 04 Larnaca.
Larnaca area traffic, subject 464, lining up runway
100 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate, geared up. Autopilot engaged. We want to make that turn out. Watching for terrain. It's 800 feet. Thousand feet. It's 1,500 feet. Making our turn. Thrust levers to climb. Slowly accelerating. Alright, we're through 190 knots and S speed flaps up.
Larnaca area traffic, subject 464, taking off 504.
Speed brakes are disarmed. Flaps fully retracted, ground spoilers, our return gear is up. Now, oop, there's that moon over the water, very nice. Looking up the Mediterranean to the west. Slowly climbing up, there's 4,000 feet.
Quality 2225, establish on the ILS runway 22, Larnaca.
So there's a Wizz Air flying in from Tel Aviv as well. Larnaca is fairly busy. It's a nice Halloween moon we've got going over there. Can't see my spiders though. It's the problem with Halloween decorations. They're all dark. It's 6,000 feet. We'll go to standard pressure. Nick's up. Talia, how you going down there? Yeah, Kevin, the ILS is a teardrop. So you overfly the field and it's like a 20-mile out and teardrop and back. So he announced that he was overhead the field heading out on the teardrop. So we had about a 40-mile track distance to get off the ground. There's the Wizz Air I was talking about ahead of us there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may now
have my
turn on your
TCAS
larger
and
portable
transponder
electronic
on.
devices. This is also a reminder to please
So there's us through
keep fast
10,000
while you're
feet.
seated,
So
not
landing
located in
lights
the galleys or near the lavatory.
off.
This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee. if you wish to
Seatbelts
access
off.
it. We do offer complimentary
The dome
in-flight
light on
seats
so we can
thanks
do a
to
little
our
bit of
partners.
work.
Connect to
Show you the
Wi-Fi,
spiders.
You'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movies library.
It's just making our turn away.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
Alright, we're going to dial in the frequency for Beirut radar 1193. We are going to be flying directly through their zone. Let's get it ready. See what happens. I did not hear you, Talia, but I might be too far away now. Like Nick and the Wizz Air are having a chat about which runway was active. That's us through 18,000 feet, and there's the Lebanon border starting to come into sight there, or off on the eastern end of the Mediterranean Sea. See if he dings me. He's now been going for almost 4 hours. Yeah, I know. I was wondering if you were going to respond. All right. So there's 20,000 feet as we climb out. It's not a long flight. But we'll get ourselves settled in now, and the cabin crew will be around for your food order shortly. Drinks cart should be open. We'll see if Beirut gets a hold of us. So I'm going to go off mic for a little bit, get a drink, and get the entertainment up, and see if they call me. So we'll be back to brief the descent shortly, because as I said, it's not a long flight on this one. See you soon.
cheerful is one of the finest riddles in the world, Mr. Bentley. How come there's foolish red tears? Just to be more exclusive, I suppose? It is part of an ancient legend. Look, my friend, whether shed tears, we will find out when I speak, well. I think you'll find that about right. Is that correct? Quite. And thank you for your courtesy, Mr. Bentley. You're welcome. Oh, just a moment, Namo. You haven't mentioned this transaction to anyone else, have you?
Sure, no one knows of it except ourselves and my client.
And then keep it under your hat. I should say, under your turban.
Naturally. It will be discreet, Mr. Bentley. Good afternoon.
So long.
Gentlemen, Captain Wilson. Yes, I'm very happy to see you looking so well, Mr. Wilson. Thanks. How's the sleuthing coming along? Favorably, I believe.
Wu Ting's been telling me he thinks he has land on Johnny Fly's hideout.
Great. So we're finally catching up with our friend the stranger. What is it? My investigation is far from being complete, but I have definite reason to believe that his associates are among the denizens of our lamentably unsavory waterfront. That's funny. I always figured Johnny Fly would be the kind of a crook who'd hang around a place like this, for instance.
Well, Edith, what do you have?
Well, I think I'll have a carrot punch.
Carrot punch, and I'll have a brandy and soda. Yes. Good.
Well, Chief, it looks as though you're going to have to pay off on our bet after all.
Listen, the bet was that you're going to capture the public nuisance. You don't think I'm going to pay off if Wu Ting does all the work?
Well, Ned, say, Wu Ting, how about taking me on one of your sleuthing expeditions? I'm very sorry, but it would not be wise. Your presence would create suspicion. But I'll communicate with you the moment I have definite information.
Edith, are you trying to trust that young man?
Uncle, you got a question?
Yes, yes, I have, yes. But now, my dear, let me...
You know that I haven't seen my wife and kids for a year?
Yeah. When you get home, your youngsters will ask your wife, who's that strange-looking man?
Well, I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
David, will you give this card to that man over there? The one in the white suit.
With pleasure, Wilson. Excuse, please. Young lady over there send you these cards. Where? There? I see it. Well, you'll pardon me, huh? Go ahead. Edith! Gosh, I'm glad to see you.
Hello, Jack. How are you?
Oh, what in the world are you doing in this jumping off place?
My uncle had to come down here and visit and brought me with him. This is my uncle, Mr. Bentley. Mr. Wilson.
Wilson, how do you miss that nose? Did you join us? Thank you. What do you have to drink? Got some soda, please, Captain. Yes, sir. Hey, this is great. Are you staying long?
No. But we have to leave day after tomorrow.
No, I beg your pardon, but I have some letters I'd like to get off. But I hope you can struggle along without me. Glad to meet you again. We'll do the best we can. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, darling. Now tell me all about yourself. How long have you been here? What are you doing?
right now I'm looking at you. Do you mind?
Stop being a fool.
Well, I've always been a fool about you. Dee, do you remember the grand times we used to have?
I certainly do.
Remember the Halloween party that you went dressed as Juliet?
Oh, yes, and you went dressed as... What did you go dressed as?
Now, you don't
In a
mean
few
to tell me
moments,
that
our
you
lovely
can't
flight
remember.
attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
Now, you haven't told me yet what you're doing down here.
Well, if you must know, I'm on a secret mission.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on the trail of the lost cord. Say, that's rather good.
Didn't you get called me?
Yeah.
Honey? Uncle Joe? Uncle Joe?
Well, haven't you a key?
Open it. Uncle Joe, what's happened to him?
It's all right, he's still breathing. Hello, operator. Send the house physician up to Mr. Bentley's suite immediately. Yes, that's right. Oh, wait a minute. And if Inspector Green is here, send him up also. If not, get in touch with him. Thank you.
Oh, talk to me, Uncle Joe. Tell me what happened. Oh, poor darling.
So, you think Johnny Fly pulled this job, huh?
Unless some other crook is imitating his technique. You know, we found one of those lavaliers or the mark of it around every victim's neck.
That's right.
And to think that I was standing on the other side of that door.
What else did he get?
Well, according to Miss Bentley, about 200 pounds in money and some unset diamonds.
Diamonds?
Sure. Mr. Bentley is a representative of a large firm of jewelers in New York.
The pawn shops will probably give us a lead.
How is he, Doctor?
He is conscious. You may question him if you like, but please make it as brief as possible.
Thank you, we will. I'm sorry to trouble you right now, sir, but I'm afraid it's necessary. This is my chief, Inspector Green.
I need it. Did you get a look at this man?
No, he jumped me from behind.
I have an idea that he's the fellow that Wilson and I have chased across the Orient. He's a mighty smooth customer, but this time we've got him cornered. Now, if you'll give me a description of those diamonds...
My niece will give you rest. I'm not so much concerned about the present loss as I am about what the thief did not find. I have an idea that the thief was not after the jewels, Inspector.
Let me explain. You see, this afternoon my uncle bought a very valuable stone, a ruby. Perhaps you've heard of it. It's called the Tear of Buddha.
You mean that stone that belongs to some broken-down Raja? Well, that thing must be worth $200,000. No wonder Johnny Fly was on the job.
And of course it was too late to take it to the bank. And Uncle thought someone might possibly know if it was a business transaction, so he thought it'd be better if I kept it.
Do you mean to tell me you've been carrying that valuable stone around on your person all day?
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, I had every reason to believe that the thief is after the ruby, and that he will make a second attempt.
Perhaps you better put it in the hotel safe until morning.
Inspector, have you ever taken a good look at that hotel safe? Why, if anyone even sneezed in its immediate vicinity, it would collapse.
She's right, Chief. We'd better post a guard around this suite, in case Johnny Fly decides to play a return date.
Well, they won't trouble you anymore tonight. Jack. You better stay here till the men arrive.
Right.
Johnny, they are both sleeping.
Bah, they're nothing. You can have them.
Oh, Johnny, you're so sweet to me.
Johnny, it's pretty good for you, huh?
You couldn't find one a little bit smaller.
Maybe I will. Sometime, huh? You know, that's what I always say, is that the customer is always right. Give them the right change, no crooked stuff. And no rough stuff, never. Hey, what do you have to drink?
I don't speak English.
What do you have?
Very cream whiskey. Very nice. Very clean. Very good. Oh, me very solid. Excuse, please. What do you want? Oh, me just want a drink. You can do, please? Sure can do. What kind of drink you want? Oh, whiskey, please. You bossy man here? Yeah, that's right. Oh, maybe you do me honor. Have drink with me. That's all right.
Police at hotel. Try and find out what the plans are. Go on. Police. Police everywhere. Outside the door of their suite. Beneath their window. Sleeping with them for all I know.
Poor Johnny. But you will do go away. No. You're the smartest crook in all the world. You have told me so yourself.
Ah! The crook? Yes. But a magician? No. Oh, sugar. I am so sorry, really. Oh, really. Too bad.
C'est toujours la même histoire. J'en suis fatigué. Premièrement, c'est les diamants, après ça, c'est l'argent. Mais qu'est-ce que c'est toute cette histoire?
Yes, Sarah. You are learning too many tricks from me, my little Mura.
A stranger. He just entered. Dressed like a peddler. Maybe it is the police?
All right. Go back to your post.
Abarki. Abarki.
Maybe they follow you here, Johnny?
Maybe. But I don't think so. Maybe they are watching every place in town. Wait here.
Seen you around here before. Oh, me come yesterday.
والله كيفي بدي اشوفه بالحوض. نعم سيدي.
Oh, no wonder you're thirsty. Hey, leave the whiskey here. Where's Johnny?
Oh, he's in his room. They'll say for you to wait here for him. Come on. Sit down. Sit down. You're not afraid of Johnny, I hope.
No, I ain't afraid of nobody.
Someday, my friend, I might have to make you a present of the necktie, huh?
No, Johnny, you got me wrong. Why, I didn't mean nothing. I was just gonna...
Getting a cinder off her eye, I suppose.
Yeah, sure, that's it. Did I get it?
Very thoughtful. Very.
Oh, now listen, Johnny, just a minute. How about that hotel job? Any like?
No.
I heard him talking downstairs, this guy being robbed.
Are you suggesting that I'm holding out on you?
Oh, no, Johnny. But how about my cut?
Well, this is all I got, understand?
How about the ruby?
How do I know? Maybe you swallow it. Maybe... Yeah. The girl. I wouldn't be surprised.
What girl?
Never mind what girl. Didn't I tell you to let me know if any strangers are dropped in?
Sure. There ain't any. That's just a regular crowd down there.
Yeah? What about the Chinese peddler that was standing at the bar a few minutes ago?
Oh, that chick's all right.
Is that so?
Sure, he told me so.
Tell me, have you ever been shot in the head?
No. I've been knifed, though.
Oh, I thought possibly somebody had blown your brains out.
Wait a minute.
Listen, you ape, your harmless Chinese peddler was having tea this afternoon at the hotel with the 2 American detectives.
Oh. So the dirty little rat lied to me then, huh?
Well, I suppose you know what to do with, liars.
Sure I do.
Get busy.
It'll be a pleasure. It's Wu-Ting.
Never mind, never mind.
What is it? I don't know. The Wu-Tang were trying to tell us something. Come in. Good morning.
Hello, madam. How do you feel?
All right. In fact, I think I'll get out of here.
Ooh, no, you're not going to get out. You're going to stay right here till I get back. I won't be very long.
Huh? Did Jack come to the bank with you today?
No.
Huh?
No, well, he couldn't come. He sent over a very nice young man to play bodyguard.
Oh, I see. Well, you be careful now, won't you?
Of course I will, darling. Now, don't you worry. I'll be back in about half an hour.
All right. Well, you run along. Huh? Yeah. How we go?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
So he's quite all right, Miss Bentley.
你就是我的来的，你听来你的我不敢听，怎么打不来？找我我都不听你分析啊！哎。
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yes, most beautiful.
Oh, so you like her very much, huh?
I like all beautiful things. Mine is the soul of an artist.
You think she is more beautiful than I?
Sure. How did you guess it, my little Mura?
Well, I fixed that. When I get through with her, she will not be so beautiful. Stop it! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go, I said!
What's up? Mura and I were just discussing art.
You think I'm more beautiful than these ones? Don't you, Pooch?
Sure. But I ain't had a good look at her yet.
We strained your efforts to make you jealous, my doll. We have business to attend to. Tell Lindsay to have the junk ready. I'm sailing tonight. We'll get the rest after we have cleared the harbor.
You go alone?
No.
What about me?
Don't worry. You'll be taken care of.
I'd better be.
On your way back, stop at Jolliffe shop.
Who, the money lender?
Yeah, tell him I'm ready to talk business. Tell him to come after dark and be sure he isn't followed.
All right. Okay.
I've got it. It's an eye. A human eye. It's a description of someone.
Johnny Fly.
Well, maybe. But I don't think so. Wu-Ting was trying to tell us something. He got a look at the man who knifed him.
Hello. Yes, speaking. Bentley. What?
Yeah, she's been gone nearly 2 hours. Yes, and she only went to the bank. It's only 10 minutes round.
Yes, I suspected that. We'll get on right away. I'll let you know. The girl's gone.
What? What happened?
I don't know exactly. We got separated. Another rickshaw blocked mine.
I find him laying in the alley.
When I cleared the crowd, the lady, she disappeared. Her rickshaw empty.
Now that you're awake, perhaps you would like some refreshments.
Who are you?
My friends call me Johnny. I trust that you will also.
How'd I get here?
In the basket. Not very roomy, but excellent for the conveyance of, shall we say, contraband?
Let me out of here.
By the way, would you like a cup of tea?
Laura, remember? You're the waiter at the hotel.
I feel very flattered. Few people ever notice that waiters have faces.
Nobody could ever forget your face.
Johnny sent me over to tell you he's ready to talk business. When you close up shop, come over to my place by the back way. And
I
Are you the proprietor? I'm sorry, but we'll have to check over your stock. We're looking for some stolen gems.
The city is most welcome to search my place.
Thank you. Wait a minute. What's your name?
Frank Curtin.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just came over to hock my watch.
I see. What's your business?
I run a grog shop. Respectable joint, too. No rough stuff.
I'm sure of that. How's business, by the way? Pretty good?
I can't complain.
But you said that you came here to hock your watch. Strange. You better come along with me to headquarters.
Oh, what for?
Oh, just to continue our little discussion on economics. Take him down to headquarters.
Why did you murder Wu-Tang? I tell you, I didn't do it.
You were acting under Johnny Fly's orders, weren't you?
I never heard of him. I tell you, I didn't knock nobody.
Oh. What makes you think the Wu-Tang was knife? I didn't mention it.
Smart guy, ain't you?
Listen, Curtin. Things might go easier with you if you tell me what you know about Johnny Fly.
Well, that's exactly nothing.
All right.
Take off your clothes.
What's the idea?
Don't worry. You won't need them. You're not going anyplace.
Oh, you guys let me alone. I ain't done nothing.
Here is some food. I hope you choke on it.
But why? Well, I haven't done anything to you.
Why? Because you have tried to take my Johnny from me. That's why.
I don't want your Johnny. All I want to do is get away from here. You'll help me, won't you?
Help you? Before I help you, I tear you in a million pieces, like things. Stop it, you little fool! Stop it! Stop it, I'll kill you.
Let go of her.
No!
Let go! Come on, get out of here. Get out!
Il est toujours en train de frapper. J'en peux plus, il est pauvre, il vous regarde.
Please, Miss Bentley, forgive this breach of hospitality. I assure you it won't happen again. The child is a little jealous. Go on and talk.
What for?
Oh, you're your boy.
What do I talk about? The weather?
Now, recite me a nursery rhyme, stupid.
I don't know any.
Well, then tell me about Johnny Fly. Or maybe you know him by another name.
Maybe. What's he look like?
Listen, Curtin. Quit stalling. You're gonna tell me, and you're gonna do it now.
Now I remember. Johnny Fly. Sure. I ran into a bloke by that name once. He was tall, and he had blonde hair, and a beard, and a peg leg, too.
And a scar on his right cheek.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks. You've helped a lot. That's all, boy.
You mean I'm free?
Hardly. It might be sort of confusing for two of us to be in circulation.
Lock him up.
swell job. I suppose you realize, though, that you're playing with dynamite.
Don't worry, boss. I've been in tough spots before.
Did Curtin give you any leads?
Yeah. He told me what Johnny Wyatt doesn't look like. He isn't blonde. He ain't got a beard. And he ain't got no peg leg.
I hope you realize that my uncle will have a whole police force searching for me by now.
Yes, I've been informed of such activities, but we will be beyond reach by midnight.
What are you going to do with me?
I trust you enjoy ocean travel.
Well, you can't get away with this.
Oh, take it easy, please. Sit down. Let me explain.
Seems like it's crazy, don't it?
Well, you gonna give me a chance to get even tonight?
What do you mean, get even?
I mean, you know what I mean, get even. Come on, John.
Bring out those docks, sir. You ain't there.
Thanks for all here. If you want to cover that, we'll play one game.
Mean you want to bet all that?
Certainly, you want more of that from me.
You ain't short of you, but...
Yeah, man.
Well, I got some money yet. Plenty of money. And it's all good. Lucky, too.
All right, go ahead. You shoot first.
One game.
Yes, sir. And keep the change for yourself.
Thank you, sir. Everybody have a drink on the house.
You're gone so long, I'm afraid something has happened to you.
Would it made any difference to you?
But of course it would. You know I like you very much, Butch. And Johnny, he is so mean to me. He beat me. He hurt me. He made me black and blue.
What did you do?
Oh, nothing. I dry kiwis. White girl.
Why?
Why not? We have to get rid of her anyway. He's waiting. Here.
Where have you been?
In jail.
What happened?
They picked me up in the pawn shop.
Was Jala arrested too?
No. They just searched the joint.
Did you have a chance to give him my message?
Yeah. Sure, I'll give him your message.
Glad to be here in a minute, then. Go to the back door and let him in.
Go on.
I'll come.
What did the police want with you? They asked me a lot of questions about that chink detective.
I wonder what made them connect you with that unfortunate affair.
Maybe the chink tipped him off he was coming here.
Listen, rat. Did you squeal about me?
Of course not.
Still, I think I'll take leave of your hospitality as soon as possible. Listen, we'll leave as soon as I finish my business with Java. Wait for me downstairs. And keep your eyes open for unwelcome strangers. Go on.
No.
Salam, Sahib. Salam. It was kind of you to comply with my request, Jala.
I was most happy, sir, to do so.
Under the circumstances, I felt it unwise for me to come to your place of business.
Very unwise. And now, speaking of business.
Yes, of course. Will you do me the honor to step this way? My sleeping quarters will afford more privacy. Sorry.
So, you think you can get rid of me so easy? Well, we shall see about that. Oh, good. I think very much that Johnny's right to cheat you, huh?
Cheat me? How?
He's a Jala in there, so you will not know how much he has paid for the ruby.
The living plan, eh? With your permission, eh? Certainly.
maybe we better play a little joke on Johnny, hmm?
What kind of a joke?
Pretty soon, he'll take this one to the boat with him.
How's he gonna get it there?
The way he'll bring her, of course, in the basket.
Oh, yeah.
You do like me a little bit. Don't you, handsome?
Yeah, sure.
And then, I can be your girl. Just as long as you put her in the basket.
Well, we're about 40 miles out, so we're going to start doing our prep for landing. First thing we're going to do is go get an updated weather. Winds seem to be shifting slightly more westward. Still are, but we're still going to use the same runway. Not that we have much choice. So winds are now currently 260 at 6 knots. Ceiling and visibility are okay. It's 22 degrees and 1010 for the barrel. So we're going to come down, enter in our destination data. It's a QNH of 1010. Temperature 22. Winds are 260 at 6. So fairly light. It'll be a little bit of a left crosswind. Transition level, sure, 1400. And be a full flaps landing via approach speed of 134. And our barrel for our arrival is going to be 310 feet. Airport elevation is 114. It's warning us about the steep path. We're going to start down now a little bit early, just because we are getting fairly close. So we're going to set an initial descent down to flight level 200. Baghdad area traffic, Skyways 5556, leaving flight level 370 for flight level 200, Baghdad. And we will start down at about 2,000 feet per minute. So we can come over again, we'll take a look at the chart.
To assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
So we're going to be kind of coming in on an angle like this, where we're going to come into CB as we descend through 3600 down to 2100 and intercept the ILS, landing on the right side. And then once again, once we're down on the airport, we're going to exit off, taxi over to the terminal here, and we'll be parking here on the B gates at Terminal B. That's the plan. As always, we'll see what happens. So arrival and weather data is obtained and set. MCDU approach page has been entered in. Radios are set. Anti-ice not required. It's clear. A little bit of cloud in the distance, but shouldn't be an issue. FCP is set. Altimeters will set once we pass through. Actually, we can do it now as we descend. We go back over 1010. We'll go back to standard. So that is all working fine. Our approach has been briefed. Auto brakes are going to be set to low. We're going to go into manual speed mode. We're going to hold 280. as we descend. And we've got Baghdad over there. We're heading down towards VATSim. We're going to start making our left turn. Kind of like a big extended left downwind kind of pattern, although it's not really squared up very well. So we'll come down to the RadNav page, make sure everything is entered in. So 110.1 is correct. India Yankee Charlie Alpha is the identifier. That is set. And a course of 325 is correct with a 3-degree glide slope. Is all good and fine. Now there is a... For the missed approach, we climb to 600 feet and we make a climbing left-hand turn to 5,300 feet via the 225 radial off the BGD VOR. And that is to Jiltu, which is 22 miles from the BDG VOR, and then we go into holding pattern. So we're going to put that, we got BGD in there. That's fine, that's 1129. We're going to put in the course that they want us on, which is 225. We'll enter that in there, so it'll give us a course indicator. And we're also going to come in here. No, we're going to go here. Fix info. And it is ORBI. And I'm just going to put a 25-mile radius on it, just for my own reference. There we go. I don't know, we've got too steep of a path. That's fine, that's why we're going early. We're actually going to increase that 2,500 feet. Seatbelt signs will come on. Oops, that should have been off. So should that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Bring a little bit of speed brake out. Make sure we don't accelerate too quickly. We're going to bring our speed down to 270. It could be. I'm watching our descent. Well, we're looking good. We're going to switch over to our airport chart. For once we're down on the ground. And we'll put on night charts. At 20,000 feet will kill the interior dome light. Alright, we're going to head down for 2100. Our platform altitude. Nice gentle turn. Hello, Buzz. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so this is kind of the base turn we're going on to now. Or we're going to loop around, actually. We were on a sort of base. I would say this is an extremely extended final with a kink on the end of it. Alright, we're through 20,000 feet, so we're going to turn the dome light off on the interior. Slowly coming around. There's 18,000 feet. Put it back into managed mode now that we're down. See how we do. Still got like 40 miles to go. That is going to gentle our descent out. Just wanted to make sure we weren't going to overshoot. Alright. See our 25-mile ring. Turn VOR1 on. Come on. Go the right way. That way. There we go. We'll hard insert it just so it's there. Missed approach was a course of 225. And what we could do while we're descending is come in here, once again go into our fix page, and fix number 2. Set the BGD VOR and 129, that is correct, 343 miles away. We want the 225 radial. And there we can see the 225 radial off the beam that we would follow on our missed approach. Alright, we're going to move over to local pressure. 1010, that is set. We'll make sure it's over here in the standby. There we go. Alright, so Nick's in behind us, and Talia's a little bit further back. Of course, we'll wait on the apron for her arrival. Well, there's Baghdad out the windows. And again, we're heading on to 2100 for the intercept. We are going to be slowing to 250 for 10,000 feet. And we will go into manage mode on our speed as well. Let her start coming back. We'll give it a little bit more drag. It's 250 knots coming up for 10,000 feet. That's the too steep descent, or descent path too steep or something like that. Yeah. Maybe that's what they fixed on the update. Who knows? There's 10,000 feet. So landing lights coming on. Turn off lights coming on.
We have begun our final descent into your destination.
Signs
Flight
are on.
attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray
Holding the
tables
cabin.
and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on
Just so that
items
they're
either
aware.
in the back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all
So nav
Wi-Fi
course and
related
frequency
tasks
have been
and stow any
checked.
larger electronics.
We'll start going to flaps as required. Speed brake, we're not going to need it. I don't think, so we'll arm the speed brake. Landing systems coming online. We are picking up the ILS. India Yankee Charlie Alpha is the correct identifier. 24.5 miles out. No localizer or glide slope yet, but we are getting the signal. – 7,000 feet coming up. What is our clean speed of 206 knots? Alright, we got a little bit of room between Nick and myself, so approach phase is active, aircraft now slowing. About 20 miles on our display. Still have 40 set on Roger's side, so we can see what's going on. No traffic, no ETC in Baghdad at this time of night, and we're the only aircraft inbound or outbound on the board, so it's going to be fairly quiet. It's 225 knots. I got a notification in Discord as I was setting up for today's flight. Oh, there's the airport. And it said that they'd released an update like this afternoon. I'll have to take a look. I did the update last week, so I was already loading everything in, and I didn't want to stop the process, because it is a little bit of a process for me for the stream and everything. Alright, slowly working our way down to 206 knots. Localizer's on. And so is the glide slope, actually. Our approach mode, to see if it grabs it. Uh, 14 miles out. Push the nose down a little bit. See if I can grab onto the glide slope as we make our turn onto the localizer. $12 miles. There's glide slope and localizer. Baghdad area traffic, Skyways 5556 established on the ILS, runway 33 right, Baghdad, 11.5 miles out. Alright, so approach mode is set, glide slope is live. It's 10 miles, flaps 1. Came out at 10 o'clock this morning on the VATSim news channel on my Discord. Phoenix Simulations update their A320 to version 1.0.5.139. So there's that.
2,500.
So you got the latest one then. There's 8 miles out. We'll keep the speed. Going flaps 2. That's 7 miles. Aircraft is slowing. A final notification for the cabin crew: speed's down to 180. Flap your gear down. Set our go around altitude for 5,300 feet. Go around altitude is set. Lights are on, gear down 3 green, cabin is notified. There's 4 miles, flaps 3. Yeah, Brian, it looks like you do have it. I'll have to check mine and see what's going on there. 1,000 feet, flaps full. Aircraft is set up. And landing memo, no blue. Baghdad is looking nice. Autopilot disengaged. Looks like we're 2 whites, 1 red. That's fine.
100 above. Minimum.
Landing.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
A little bit of a float there after the initial wheels touched down. Alright, auto brakes are on, reversers at half power. We're going up to Sierra 5 to exit. There's 60 knots. Reversers disengaged, auto brakes disengaged. There's Sierra 5 coming up. It's 13,000 foot runway, so there's plenty of room. I've only got a satisfaction rating from my passengers of 93%.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 12:34 a.m. and it's currently about 22 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Flaps retracted, speed brakes up. Landing lights are off. Taxi light on. Baghdad area traffic, Skyways 5556 clear, runway 33 right at Sierra 5. strobes. Oops. I went too far. So we'll just spin it around. I was following the green lights, but there's no green lights leading this way. Which is a little odd, since it's the one going into the ramp. Oh, the green lights are up here. That's weird. Oh, there's Nick coming into land. And as I mentioned, we're going to go into hotel here, and we'll be pulling up at one of the terminal gates here.
Baghdad area traffic, Tango 464, established localizer at 33 right.
We'll slide down a couple spots so we're not crowding in here. So we'll kill the turn-off lights. Oops. Take the next one here. There we go. Close enough. Alright, brakes are on. So flaps are up, ground spoilers are up, strobe lights off, transponder off, TCAS off, shutter lights off, nose lights, taxi, and they're now off as well. Anti-ice, auto brakes are off. Alright, let's get over here and get our ground systems in place. Chalk to GPU, please. Alright, ground equipment is in place. Ground power is now available. I'll turn on the interior light. Engine control levers are in cutoff. Beacon lights off. We're on ground power. Fuel pumps are coming off. Flight directors and landing systems are off, and signs can come off. We'll start the deboarding process. We'll get the stairs out. Right there. Stairs are in place, and doors are opening. So we're here in Baghdad, and everyone is getting off. Thanks for joining us on this leg of the world tour. We continue next week as we head out of Baghdad on our next eastward flight as we continue our adventure. Thank you all very much for coming along. And as I mentioned, our next flight is Wednesday. We are back in Scotland on our tour of Scotland flying the small twin engines prop planes, this time from Inverness down to Oban. And we'll get to see Loch Ness and the Great Glen because we're going to fly down there and give it a look. Happy Halloween. Have a good one. We'll see you in a couple days. Bye for now.